Yo, what's up, YouTube? It's me, Overslept Luck _ES, ready for the patch note video after definitely overslept, and I'm still tired as fuck. But I'm awake and I'm ready to record the video. So first and foremost, we got this boy right here, Overhaul, support villain man himself. Let me do a 10 roll real quick, see if I pull him. No. That's fine. Alright, first and foremost, this motherfucker is a cool melee attack. And he has 2 special actions, which is interesting. So here's Overhaul, a 350 HP character, support. Has 2 special actions, one of which is heal the HP and GP of an ally you touch or yourself, and disassembly, which you use on enemies during damage reaction, which is basically a get off me button when you're getting attacked. As an example, I'm gonna have Bakugo use his Gamma, and I couldn't use it. Try it again. No, it didn't seem to let him use it to get out of it, to escape, huh? Maybe it's not a true... Like, it seems to... Maybe, like... Because it has an animation of itself. Because it has an animation for you to slap people. But what I'm guessing is happening there is that because the hits between the Gamma that Bakugo has are so close together, and the Gamma doesn't have armor, he can't hit Bakugo in the middle of it. Which is unfortunate. It's unfortunate. They should really give armor to that move, so that you can do it. But yes, that is the special action. And you know, this is a great time to show the heal. So if I hold the button down, I just use both charges to heal myself. That's pretty neat. Alright, let's begin with the skills then. Alpha. It has like 66. And it knocks you into iframes immediately after 2 hits. So you're not gonna do more than like half a bar of shields with the alphas at level 1. Then we have the beta. The beta is not auto aim unless you're a controller probably. It goes wherever you're aiming. So you'd have to aim at their feet. And it does... It's not great damage honestly. I thought it was gonna be better damage. Yeah, it's not fantastic, but it's okay, I guess. Then we have a Gamma, which is the grab, which is basically a Todoroki freeze, but rock edition. And easier to hit. Yeah, you can't even combo this stuff because this alpha just knocks him into iframes all the time. It's very unfortunate. But you know, that's all at level 1. It almost feels like he's gonna keep people in place like Ibarra does, but doing less damage. Alright, let's look at his skills at level 4. At level 4, he gains an extra bullet of his alpha, it seems like. Okay, let's see, when does he get new bullets? He gets 2 bullets to level 4 and 9 for all his abilities, okay. Maybe not bullets, but you know. New enhancements. Yep. Still negligible damage. That move seems so weird. The Gamma seems like the real deal. This thing is basically a Todoroki freeze, except it's like slightly delayed when it comes out, and it goes far. Like, let's see how far it goes. Look how far that goes. It goes pretty damn far, but yeah, it's delayed. You basically have to guess where they're going when you press this button. It is unfortunate, but it's pretty wide, so I can see it being really good in the middle of like a team fight. A third-party tool, even. Alright, let's look at his stuff at level 9. Alright, at level 9, his alpha. The alpha is so weak. Like, it feels like it doesn't do enough damage. Like, in-game, it's going to be annoying as hell to deal with this guy. Probably. Like, if I was mt.lady and this guy is just shooting alphas at me, I don't know if it's gonna carry the same level of armor or like stun gauge destruction when I'm giant, but man, if this guy just shoots like 3 alphas at me and I drop from giant, I'll be sad. That being said, yeah, no, his skill seems very like you have to kind of guess where people are going. But it takes a minute for like the alpha is pretty fast, and he has like it's not like that long range. Even aiming in, it's like the same. Also, look at this. You can see the bullet in his hand. It's pretty funny. But yeah, bro, call him a dirty rat. That's fucked up. But yeah, it seems like it's a big stagger character. Keeps him, makes him fall down. Yeah. And yeah, of course, and then the gamma, which goes really... Does not go downstairs because of the way things are. Maybe that's just the range. Alright, let's see here. Yeah, it goes the same distance, but it is wider, even wider now. Alright. There's not much I can say about this guy. His damage seems eh. He doesn't seem OP. He does seem like he could be fun though, but he has no mobility, so he's gonna struggle a lot. I think he's going to be like same level of threat as Todoroki is, but we'll have to see. But the fact that he has like, if he can stall long enough to heal himself like in the middle of a battle, like this guy is gonna be annoying as hell to deal with just because of that. And the fact that he has a get off me button that sometimes works. Maybe like not in like the middle of very close together strings. Like Bakugo Gamma. If someone is doing like a melee string on you, you can probably just like slap them away. But yeah, that's Overhaul. Next up, let's look at the Patchnotes, everybody. Alright, let's begin raiding. Well, apparently there's new license or license rewards. Now you gotta go on the screen to collect them. Who cares? Some adjustments regarding game mode selection. Who cares? Rank objectives. Rank display has been removed from the queue screen, which is fine. A little bit less clutter, you know. Also, interesting, the matching algorithm now has been adjusted to match players with the same ranks, or similar anyway. So you won't be getting any low rank players if you're ace, and you're probably going to be getting more ace. But we'll see if that match system, crew system works. I don't know if the player base is big enough for that to work, but you know, only time will tell. So bug fixes, Almighty Beta. Fix a bug where the final combo from level 3 to 9 was difficult to connect against opponents without shields. That's fair. I don't see, I've always had trouble connecting the All Might Beta, I'm not gonna lie. Always been a little bit of an All Might player because of my ping. Whenever I hit the betas, that would just happen right there. Because my ping is high, sometimes I just completely whiff the punch because the detection doesn't realize I've hit the target. Alright, next up, Toga. Fixed an issue That's already been fixed in the middle of the season. Fix an issue where transformed using special action phase transformation could cause a permeation to persist permanently. That was a fix from way earlier in the season, in the previous season. I don't know why they're putting this here. Regardless. Muriel, fix an issue where taking damage just before activating Quirk's Fuel Beta, Phantom Dive, or the special action permeation will result in receiving continuous damage during the permeation state. So hopefully permeation actually permeates Muriel now instead of making him so he can still take damage sometimes. Oh goodness. That is good for the Muriel gamers though, that is good. Making it so you can actually play the game as the character you choose. Alright, now let's look at the character adjustments. Here we have Bakugo. Alpha AP shot, increased penetration damage for all levels. Before, the permeation shot would like half the damage you do to somebody. Get on the floor. Okay, so now, one alpha shot at level 9 does 81, but through a surface, it does 57. Okay, it's not that much. It's just a slight damage buff on through the wall. Okay. I hit the for 40 and 57. This is going through two objects. Okay. Apparently, the more objects you go through, the less damage it does. That's something I was not aware of. Good to know. Next up, Ochako. Ochako now has the compressed treatment, from what I've heard. It's starting at level 7 now, on her beta, sorry, the alpha, the beta. She gets her car. No more level 9 grinding, you just gotta grind to level 7 for her to become a menace. That's pretty damn good for Ochako players, I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna make her even stronger now. Did she need the buff? I don't think she did not need the buff, but I think it's just a nice change, you know? She's gonna be strong as hell regardless. And it's not like they buffed her damage, it's just increased the range. Alright, next up, Toad Aroki. Toad Aroki. So apparently now, from level 1 to 8, on his Gamma, he can travel faster or farther compared to before. You run an armor on that one. I didn't play that much Todoroki to see the difference. I love that in level 9 he goes way further and at the previous levels he didn't go that far. Oh yeah. It is what it is. Next up on the patch notes, Ida. Now this is some people will think this is a buff, a nerf, it is a nerf. It's absolutely a nerf to Ida. Which is weird, because I didn't see that many people asking for Ida nerfs. Wait. Well, you have Turbo on, you can't cancel it anymore. Sadly, you will still keep going. So the Turbo button is now commitment anytime in the match. Except for maybe when you get hit in the middle of stuff. But yes, you will get slapped and you will stay in this form. Alright, what am I saying? It doesn't matter if you level up in the middle of the use, he will continue going fast, which honestly I think it's better. Like, of course, the other, like, canceling the turbo is definitely stronger, but I do like not being interrupted when someone uses a team enhancement kit. So I think that I prefer it, personally. Alright, Kirishima. Just a modest buff for our boy, Kirishima. The hardening animation is a little bit faster. It's not that much faster. But you know, it's better than sitting there for like an extra second or two. Oh, that's pretty neat. Next up, this is an interesting buff, which is honestly a good buff for Kaminari. Like before, whenever you put these lines, if people would just like run through them, they would sometimes they wouldn't even get hit. or if they're like flying through with like a speed character that you're just running through, didn't even get hit because the hit detection on them took like a minute for it to start hitting them. Apparently now that's a little bit faster. How much faster? I can't tell. I'm just here to show you the patch notes. Right. AFO. AFO is an interesting one. We'll have to try this out right here to see what is the difference. But apparently, this man's plunder starts reloading the moment you switch perk sets. So if I were over here, grab this thing, it doesn't go on cooldown yet. Let me show you. It didn't go on cooldown. So when I press this button, it goes on cooldown, so I can't just do it twice in a row. So using AFO special action now is a commitment move. Like whenever you change. Okay, so he can't just reset his cooldowns really fast anymore. That's a pretty significant nerf for AFO. That is pretty damn significant. Now, is it that significant? A little bit. It's a little bit significant. Like he can't do 3 resets in a row if he has AFO blood. He can only do 2. But it's still pretty significant though. Pretty significant nerf for our boy AFO. Next up, we have Endeavor. Endeavor got a lot of changes, and I'm pretty sure they're all buffs and nerfs. They're both buffs and nerfs. They did buff his Gamma, which is good. The Gamma needs some buffs because this ability sucks balls. So yeah, apparently reduce the number of shots for level 5 from level 9, so he has less alphas, and it takes longer for them to start reloading, so they don't start reloading immediately. Well, that's pretty good. Regarding the Gamma, apparently it increases the damage for all levels, which is good, and then it also increases reload speed after using all shots, which is just 1. Why would they say it like that? I have no idea. And it shortened the hit intervals, which means when you use it and characters are inside of it, they will be hit faster than before. Oh, now that is a buff to a move. Prominence burn might not be a joke anymore. It might be a real threatening move that you can use in the game. And you just need to tap it to get the full effect on a character. I mean, you could do that before as well, but now it's an actual threat, man. Now it's a little scary. Alright. Next up on the buff list, I gotta pull this up on OBS. Here we have the last couple buffs. One of which is Muriel. It's not really a buff, it's more of an adjustment, honestly. Like, this doesn't change Muriel at all, it just makes it easier for him to reach the floor or to see around him when he's using the beta in the air. It just zooms out the camera, that's about it. That's all it does. No damage changes or anything like that, it just makes it easier for you to see. And then Mr. Compress. I'm pretty sure before the beta on Mr. Compress, it would just reflect the damage of the bullet that was shot at you. But now apparently it's increased the damage that reflect the bullet, so that's pretty good. I'll go level 1, Alpha does about 67 damage to me when he shoots me directly. But if I block it, it does 71. It's not that big of a change, honestly, but you know, better than nothing. And that's the end of the patch notes. There's not much going on here. Strike Deku has not been changed again, which I'm honestly quite disappointed in. Anyway, that's gonna be it for the video. Thank you everybody for watching, and sorry it took me so long to do this. I am still tired. Goodbye.
I'd like to thank my YouTube members for their support. A very big thank you to Reflected Prince. I'm still a growing channel and any help is very much appreciated. Goodbye everyone!